My best friend called me a pedophile. How can we still be friends after? My best friend, 24 female, and I, 24 female, have known each other since we were 9 and have been attached at the hip ever since. We have always said we are like sisters that just met later. We have had a fair share of fights, but we have always found each other at the end. However, I don't know if we can come back from this. Here is what happened. A week ago I was over at her and her fiancé's, 29 male, apartment, and we were hanging out having a good time. The conversation changed to what celebrities we found cute, and then we would agree or disagree and laugh about it. She then took her phone out, showed me a TikTok and went, "Okay, this guy is popular right now, what about him?" I went, "He's hot, but not my type." And her jaw dropped and said he was 10 out of 10 to her. We were laughing about it until she said his age in his bio. She looked at me and said, "Since when were you a pedophile? He's only 20. Before I could reply, she continued with, "You would never date a guy younger than us, right?" I was really taken aback by the situation and said, "I mean, right now I don't want to date anyone. But eventually, yeah, I would be okay with dating a guy younger than me, but within reason, like maybe a few years saying with older than me." She looked me up and down and went, "That's disgusting." I was flustered and feeling hurt, so I replied back, "You know what? Keep that same energy with Matt then. When you guys started dating, you just turned 18 and he was 23. She stopped and said, "Get out." I left feeling upset, embarrassed, and angry. It feels like she was the one taken aback by this TikToker's age and turned it on me. I have never seen her this out of character, and she hasn't spoken to me since. I have texted and called her, but it's silence on her side. Am I not seeing something? Is there any way to salvage our friendship? I don't want to lose her, but I am really hurt she would talk to me like this. OP seems like extremely codependent type of person. She should be ghosting her friend instead. OP was the one who was humiliated. It seems like the whole situation was premeditated by her friend and her BF. What you guys think? Tell us in the comments. My 32 male, wife, 28 female, wants a divorce after 6 months of marriage. We have been married for 6 months and were together for 3 years before that. For some context, I am a Christian and I was saving myself for marriage. My wife had not. She was very open and had quite a few partners before we got together. That has never bothered me. I thought my choice to save myself for marriage didn't bother her, but apparently it did. We got married in late May. We went to Cancun for our honeymoon. When we got there, my wife and I had sex once, and she didn't seem into it. She barely touched or kissed me. Then we barely spoke the entire honeymoon. She spent most of her time drinking and avoiding me. I've tried to initiate many times since our wedding day, but she always refuses. The only time we have ever had sex was that first time. I finally pressed my wife about it tonight. I asked her why we don't talk anymore and why she doesn't want to be intimate with me. She tried to tell me that I won't be able to handle her answer and I should have listened. I insisted she tell me. She asked if I wanted the whole truth, and I told her to hold nothing back, and she definitely did not. She told me that she realized she was no longer sexually attracted to me shortly after I proposed. She said she's always hated the idea of waiting, but she never said anything because she didn't want me to feel pressured into sex. She thought that her feelings would change after we got married and the attraction would come back. She started crying and told me after we had sex on our wedding night she took a long shower and cried. She started crying even harder and admitted to me that she wants a divorce. Honestly, I'm devastated. This is the only woman I've ever loved. I need help. I need to know what to say to change her mind. If she's been thinking about divorce since the night of your wedding, I believe it's over, unfortunately. That's kind of the risk you take when you wait to have sex/live together till after marriage. It's a huge gamble, and frankly, she should have been honest about her uncertainty from the start. It sounds like, in her own head, she's been trying to work this out for quite some time, and has come to the conclusion it's over. I'm sorry you've received this unfortunate surprise and sincerely wish you the best.